Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Losers Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Bo Bigelow, sitting here with Connor Kinsley.
What's going on?
Coming back after a sold-out show at the New York Comedy Club in the East Village.
Oh!
Where we both made people laugh.
Oh!
And we hope to do that to all of you listening on your seats today. How we doing? What's up, Connor?
Dude, yeah, welcome back. Episode number 6. Thank you for listening, you guys. Dude,
Yeah.
as Bo said, I feel like the show is tough because it's called Losers, but we're kind of...
Don't say it.
Dude,
Don't you fucking say it.
I don't want to jinx it. But
We're kind of winners.
We're kind of up, though.
Yeah.
Like, as
It's kind of hard to do a Losers pod when you're just like so just intrinsically up that it's...
Dude, it just doesn't even make sense.
I know. I'm trying to even think about what to talk about today. I don't even know. Because I'm just like so up.
This is just gonna be an hour of us just listening our just stacked dubs.
Yeah, it's like it was a loss, I guess, that like I sold 146 tickets instead of 147.
You're such a douche.
147 would have been sick.
No.
No, you know what? It's not. You know why? You can't even purchase 147 because the internet stopped selling tickets after 146.
Are you telling me you broke the internet?
I broke the internet by selling out our show.
Bro, you and Kim K, man, breaking the internet. Remember when she did that?
It's like, maybe I need like a bigger venue now because we can't even fit that many people in this place.
Wait, quick tangent. Do you remember when Kim K broke the internet with that photo?
Oh yeah, the one
photos
with,
where she's like
nude,
posing with like champagne bottles.
Do I remember, dude?
Dude, when that shit. I think
was fucking yeah.
just whacking the stack. When did that come out? Like
whacking the stack.
Yeah.
I've never heard what. My mic keeps going out.
Does it?
Yeah.
You sound great to me.
Okay, now it's out.
It's not out. What do you mean?
Are you sure?
Yeah, talk.
Oh, it's out. It's my headphones. It's not the mic.
Yeah, your headphones
Okay.
are all fucked.
It's all good.
Guys, we're back.
As long as you can hear the mic, then I'm fine.
As long as can you hear yourself?
A little bit. I'm gonna get new headphones soon. So because these are Call of Duty, Modern Warfare.
Those are my headphones.
that I'm rocking.
But yes, you were whacking your stack. Did that come out in like middle school, high school?
That must.
Dude,
I must have
that
been in
came
middle
out,
school.
and I was like the Tasmanian devil when that came out. I was like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Insanity.
Yeah, I went crazy style on it.
I kind of went crazy
on my own.
style. I kind of went
a one sum.
I kind of went crazy style on my she.
Yeah. Bro, I went stupid on that thing. You know?
But anyways, yeah, so you broke the internet. Your show was awesome. But
Show was
the
great.
thing that is fun about this show is that like we start this episode being like, dude, we're stacking dubs. I don't even know why we call this Losers Podcast, but like the nature of being a comedian, especially in New York, is like
He's being a loser.
a week from now, we're gonna like during the course of this upcoming week, we're probably both gonna come up upon an L that's like gonna like shatter all of this.
For
confidence.
one, comedians are really cliquey. Like I went to the stand last night and it was us. And like I walked past a group of people that don't know me who are performers at the stand. I was just kind of like, ooh, you guys probably think I'm just like a Joe Schmo, but I'm like, I actually sold out a show last night.
Kind of
That's
a big
the thing,
deal.
and we always want to project our
Totally.
accomplishments on other comics so they think they're cool and we're like us. It really stems from like a true deep feeling of loneliness.
And we're back to the Losers Podcast.
Yes, and that's where we segue into my night last night at the Comedy Cellar. Great venue. They do this amazing thing. Our friend Crystal, shout out Crystal,
Shout out.
told us that every Tuesday night, yesterday was Tuesday, right?
Monday.
Every Monday night, they have a band come. They have a place called the Olive Tree Cafe above the Comedy Cellar rooms, and it's a place you can get food. They have great food, and they had live music last night, jazz, and we love jazz. I don't know if you guys knew that. We're two jazz heads.
Yeah.
This podcast should just be called Jazz Heads.
Just so much jazz.
But we decided with Losers. So me, him, and our two other friends, I and Rocky, go to listen to the music. And can you just tell the viewers, I'm enjoying the music. You saw me, right?
Yeah, no, Bo was tapping his foot. He was eating, also eating some...
I was scatting under my breath.
Yeah, that might have been the problem. But he was tapping his foot. He was bobbing his head. He's eating fries at the same time. Talking to us occasionally to say something about how great the show is.
I was just having such a good time.
He was vibing.
I was
so
vibing. I literally was like, this is exactly what I needed. I didn't get that much sleep this weekend. And we're sitting there. There's one song that's maybe not my favorite song. There's a bunch of songs that I really, really, really like. Played like a at the diner on the counter. To the woman. I love that song. That song makes me go stupid.
Up on 110th
Yep.
Street.
They were playing bangers, and then at one point,
then they played a Michael Jackson song.
he goes, "Does
And
anyone?"
Bo was like, "Boo!
No, I didn't boo. But
He's a pedophile."
Okay, see, this is what happens when Konner just malignantly tries to fame me in a very malignant manner. I was not booing. I'm
kidding.
You know what they said before they played the song? They were like, everybody here needs to be quiet. And so I was quiet, and then I heard the song, and I go, you know, if this was on a Spotify, I would go, skip. If I was at the gym with the Spotify, and I go,
But unfortunately, you can't do that in the real world.
You can't just tell an artist to skip a song in the real world.
Yeah.
Pretty. Last night I was feeling would be kind of nice if I could.
But you just have to sit through it.
Yeah, you have to sit through it. Yeah. You know, you can't, because sometimes I'll listen to a song on Spotify and I'll go for like 40 seconds of the song and then I'll skip. And I would have done that with it. I would have heard it out and then gone, no, I need something a little more jammy. Boom, skip. Can't do that in like a real life scenario.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, everyone, they said it. They were like, hey, quiet the conversation down. This next one's kind of a sultry, quiet tune.
Yes. And then I'm very like, Konner knows, and you probably know if you watch this podcast live, I move around a lot. So I'm like, I can't do that. Someone was texting me about something I had to show our friend Aya, and I'm kind of talking during the song, but it's also music. It's not comedy. So like everyone else can still pay attention.
Yeah, and it's to be fair, it's a music show, but in like a kind of like a little cafe, like dining space. So people are just eating and listening to the music. It's not like we're in like a theater or anything.
If Crystal didn't tell us that they were doing music that night, we would have just walked in and tried to eat, and we wouldn't have even known that there was music happening.
Yeah, so they're playing this. You're kind of some light chatter, checking your phone,
checking my phone, eating some fries, and then they stopped the song.
Then what happened?
Stop the song. They go, dude, everyone, thank you so much for coming out. Like, we're going to play some more songs. You guys have been such a lovely audience. And then this guy, and actually a really talented singer, but on this specific song.
Let me just butt in.
He was
amazing.
He was amazing, but he was
singing beautifully.
He was singing beautiful, but for the songs that he wasn't a lead singer on, he was just doing a shaker. And I'm like, you're doing a shaker? There's a guy playing trombone right now. Oh, but you're the shaker guy.
But his voice was incredible. He was like CeeLo Green.
Oh, it was a beautiful voice. I got to give it to him. If he was here right now, the shaker thing is just a bit.
I have to say this, even though I'm fighting the urge. He was a cool black guy.
Yes, he was.
I'm trying not to add that into stories.
Probably one of the coolest, which makes the blowback so hard.
I'm trying to fight like the boomer tendencies that are just occurring to me as I become an older white dude.
Yeah,
and one of them is like, and he was a black guy.
So they go,
but it is important to the story.
They go, they stop the music. They go, thank you.
And he's
for
like,
having
I
me.
can tell everyone's loving this.
You guys have been such a He goes, I could tell everybody's been loving this. And then he points to me. Out of nowhere and goes, except for this guy. And I'm sitting there and I look at him and I'm like, what?
Dude, you like didn't even believe it was happening. He pointed.
No, not at all.
He pointed and then you looked and then you turned back to me and you're like, is he talking to me?
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, I'm talking to you. And he goes, dude sitting down eating fries, talking during all the songs.
Dude, and then people around us like look at Bo.
Dude sitting down eating fries, talking during the songs.
Just blabbing.
Just fucking man.
So he's cooking Bo, and the people around are like kind of looking at Bo and like laughing, but like uncomfortably. And then I'm dying. I'm like, bro. The guy sees Bo kind of like get a little embarrassed, and then he goes, "Nah, man, I'm just playing with you."
I'm just fucking with you, bro. And so I laugh, and then he goes, "Just kidding. No, I'm not."
He goes, "Just kidding. No, I'm not. You're talking too much." And Bo,
I just talked through one song. I literally was so attentive during every other song.
Yep.
I was like, hey, Mr. Shaker. No, I would never say that. You know why? Because in this moment, I was sitting down and I could feel my legs start to quake and I could feel water start to swell up in my eye. He almost made me cry. I've been so beaten down by this weekend. There's been so much on my plate. I've come here to just get a little bit of French fries on my plate.
Yeah.
Sort of an allegory.
Right.
So much on my plate, except for things that I like French fries and the warm touch of a voice in your ear.
Yeah.
The warm sound of a true cacophony. And
right. Keep yes, 'cause dude, you're scatting. You're scatting right now. You're like, let's go.
And all I want to do is listen to the music and just hang out with my friends, and maybe I'll say, like, whisper in their ear or something like. And this is what I'd say. This is what I was probably saying. Isn't this music so great?
Yes, I was gonna say. In your defense, you weren't. It wasn't like you were being like really loud. Like I wasn't. Before he said that, I wasn't like, man, Bo's being really loud.
No,
like you were just kind of like quietly talking.
Yeah,
but you were right in his line of sight, which is the problem.
I know. I was right there. Just
it was
ready
just, dude.
To get
it was
cooked.
just so funny when he was like, "Hey, I'm just playing," and Bo kind of went and like looked around and was like, "Okay, it's chill." And he's like, "No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
stop talking."
He said, "No, I'm actually playing about not hating you. I do hate you. Actually, it was actually a joke to pretend like I like you."
Yeah, he kind of cooked your ass.
Yeah, it was really. It actually ruined my night.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. We had a ball.
I
was a loser in that moment.
But it ended up being a great time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you did get cooked a little bit by that cool guy who kind of sang like CeeLo Green.
Yeah, I did.
He was
and
like,
you know what?
Shut your white ass up. You talking too much, boy. Shut your cracker ass up. I'm trying to do my art. And you over there talking about, I need more mayo with my fries. Shut your white ass up with your mayo, boy. Who puts mayo on fries? That shit's disgusting. Sorry.
And I was like, shut your black ass up.
No. Oh, that's the right button.
Yeah, you were cheering on racism.
No,
with that button.
see, when I was doing the bit, it was like this. And then you started with being nasty, and it was like this.
He really was.
Shut your plug. You can't do that. That's the title of the episode now.
Dude, that dude, like, his aura, like, he could walk into a restaurant and be like, just start singing, and like all of a sudden all the animals in the restaurant there's a cat, there's like an alley cat that just starts like snapping. He's like,
a mouse is like hitting like pots and pans like a drum.
He's literally out of a Disney movie. Like he's from Princess and the Frog. He is the alligator from Princess and the Frog.
He did have like a magical quality to him.
Yes,
because he's saying, I mean, that's what it made him calling you out that much worse, is because he was so talented.
He's a hero in every way.
Yeah.
Like in his life, he's just the guy that's like, everything's gonna be all right. Let me sing you this song. A doo 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 doo. And like, yeah, like I said, then all of a sudden someone in the restaurant, they take like a piece of yarn and like attach it to like a makeshift item that they found in the kitchen and start strumming along. Yeah. And like suddenly someone flips a bowl, and they have like a spoon that they play with the bowl, and it's just like the best jazz you've ever heard. It's all makeshift.
Yeah.
And then someone gets married that night. Like they propose, and they're like, it's because of Big Joe, you know?
Was that his name?
It had to have been.
I mean, it just had
or
to
it's
be.
like Maurice.
That's a good, Maurice is good.
It's definitely Maurice.
Yeah, but that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Sometimes your L's I like feel also. I'm like, oh, I also feel bad.
Because you would have hated that too. Everyone there would have hated that call.
I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah. And I've had stuff like that happen to me where someone's like, you're a comedian, why don't you call him out? And I'm like, he has all the power right now.
Yeah.
He has the microphone. He's playing sweet, beautiful jazz.
Yeah, he has the microphone. Meanwhile, you're in the dark and you have mayo dripping from your mouth.
Yes, and I'm just housing French fries.
Just shoving fries into your freaking pie hole.
That's my biggest weakness, is a French fry.
That is tough. That's like when people, like, I've gone to like comedy shows sometimes with friends, and then like the hostess is like, oh, do you guys want to sit up front? And I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then the person's like, oh, like the person I'm with will be like, no, you don't want to sit up front? Like, you know what? You don't like comedy? I'm like, no, I just don't want to do crowd work. Like, I don't want anyone to talk to me.
Yeah.
Because then I just feel weird. Like, because I'm also like, they're looking for someone to say something out there and interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to do that. Like, I don't show up to a comedy show being like, let me give him a curveball.
I'm a very awkward person.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I'll give him one word answer. I'll go, yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Because I just get like, I get in my head and I'm like, I don't want, like, I'm there to just fully watch and not participate at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Because then if they ask me a crowd work thing,
then I'm like,
yeah, because if I'm sitting up front and they ask me something, there's two choices. I'm instantly like, I could say something that's like kind of funny and maybe throws them off,
But that's never funny either.
Exactly.
Because then he goes, oh,
yeah, funny guy.
Big comedian guy in the front row.
Yeah, exactly.
And
so
you're like,
and
I am.
And I know not to do that. So then I go to the opposite and I just go, yes.
I do too.
Yes. And then that's not good for crowd work. Like crowd work, you want someone to be like,
no, that's what.
Yes, and like, yes, and I work here.
As somebody who's not the biggest fan of crowd work, that's what I hope everybody does with crowd work.
Yeah.
Because you didn't come to be a part of the show. You came to watch the show and get entertained.
Yeah.
Like, this is my biggest pet peeve is now when I seat people at the comedy club I work at, they don't want to sit in the front because they're like, I'm terrified the comedian's going to talk to me. And I'm like, if the only reason, in my opinion, a comedian should talk to an audience member is if the audience member heckles them first.
I'm kind of with you.
I hate it when comedians go, oh, so what do you do for work? It's like, if you have a crazy lady in the back who's like really drunk and she's like, obviously as a comic, you're going to go, who's that bitch? And then everyone laughs. And then you're like, and then you might be able to be like, hey, she's not shutting up the whole show. So I'm going to be like, hey, what's your name, by the way, sweetheart?
Yeah.
And like, where do you work? But like, I don't want to go to a comedy show where the guy's just like, so where are you from? And what do you do? And what do you, it's like,
well, like
I don't give a fuck.
And I kind of agree with you. It's like crowd work is like more like crowd control.
Yes.
It's like if someone's getting a little too mouthy, rather than going straight to security, kick them out, because then you can kind of look like a dick. It's like, let me try to like get them to be quiet by being funny.
Yes.
But like, there's people that just, that's their act, obviously. But we don't need to.
Yes.
We don't need to start naming names here. Let's not go crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy,
but yeah, that was your L. It was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yep.
But I'm also glad I got to see it.
Yeah, I would have loved to seen it from afar as well. What was your L for the week?
I've been thinking about that. I mean, like you said, it's been kind of just dub city.
Connor this weekend was telling me he didn't really have a good transition from one bit to the other. And I said to him, this is a win of mine and yours too. It's a dual win.
Yeah, 2 for
I
1.
said to him, sometimes you don't need a transition because if you go from a topic that's completely different from your next topic, that can sometimes get a laugh. Like, I'll give you an example. If I have a bit about kitchens and I'm like, oh, there's all these utensils in kitchens. And then I just go after that bit, the bit ends, I go, does my dad love me? It's so funny. 2 completely different bits. It's so funny to go from like something stupid to something serious, which is exactly what you did.
True.
And it worked.
True. Yeah. I have a bit, a Tucker Carlson bit where I'm doing like an impression and I'm talking about him. And that was like the second to last joke. And then my last joke is a bit about how I played Shrek in my high school's production of Shrek the Musical.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember talking to you like a day before the show. I was like, I just can't figure out how to go from like a Tucker Carlson bit to a bit about how I was Shrek.
Yeah.
And then you were like, how about you just don't do a transition? Just finish your Tucker bit because it's good and ends with a laugh and like let it go silent and then just be like, so I was Shrek in Shrek the Musical.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And I did it at the show and it was great.
Yep.
Because like I finished the Tucker bit. It was getting like laughs and everyone was quieting down. And then I was just like, when I was in high school, I played Shrek in Shrek the Musical. And like it got a laugh because people were just like, wait, how did you
get from point A to point B?
And that was a dub. And I will acknowledge the dubs.
Yes.
I will acknowledge that. You helped me with that. That was dope.
Yeah.
I think my L though, I don't know. It's kind of also related to the show, but I basically booked someone on the show.
Yeah.
And I guess we're talking about it. We're doing it.
Yeah, we are.
We're doing it. I booked a person on the show who is a friend of mine, a big comic.
Yeah. Big time comic.
Very excited to have him on.
Really cool. Like one of my favorite.
Yeah, he's a huge comic in New York.
He's nice to us.
I don't think I'll say who it is, just out of
respect for bro.
Respect for bruh. But we book him on this show. We're so excited. We put him on the poster. And immediately tickets start selling. Like before that, it was kind of like, I think there were some ticket sales, but wasn't anything crazy.
I wouldn't say, I would say yes and no. We were getting a lot of tickets that day because it was 2 days out.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't see him hurting ticket sales at all. We didn't put him on any advertisements. That show would have sold out that day if we had put him on advertisements.
Yeah. You know? I mean, you put him on your poster that went out to like your own followers.
So then my followers, who sometimes might be like, I don't know if I want to see Bo again because we see him every 3 months, are like, oh, wait, I kind of do because there's this additional.
Yes. So I would say adding him to the show, it moved a bunch of tickets.
Yes.
Like it was like people saw it. They were like, wow, this is so exciting. We were stoked because like day before, like Thursday night, you're like, dude, we're at 100 tickets.
Right.
I was like, oh my God, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Friday morning, like, dude, we're at like 120 tickets. I'm
were
like, wow, we're gonna sell
sold out by the
yeah,
morning.
we're gonna sell this thing out. The club is really excited that we got that comic to the show. They were like, wow, like we're gonna come watch your guys' sets. We want to see the show. Like this was like, we were like, wow, this is kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, who, look, he's my friend. I like him.
Love him.
He texts us at 12 p.m. The show is at 6 p.m.
By the way, at this point in the day, I'm like, life is good.
Yeah, you're finally...
Because that Monday, we had only sold 13, and I was like, you never know until the day of or the day before what it's going to look like.
It's a 100...
And that morning, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to sell out, and this amazing comedian's going to be on it. Wow.
Yeah. He texts me. I'm on the train going into the city. I'm like looking out at like the skyline over the bridge, the water. And I remember I was literally in my head just being like,
this is it.
I'm like, man, this is it. I'm like, dubs. Like no more else. This is dubs. He texts me and he goes, hey, buddy. And in his voice.
Did he start, hey, buddy?
I think so. He was like, hey, buddy, not going to make it tonight. Sorry. I'll do the next one. And he's like, got to go to a party in the Hamptons. And I'm sitting there reading the message, going from like the highest high to being like, oh,
such a legendary text to send.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I'm going to the Hamptons. Like, fuck
and
that.
it's like with this particular person, I know there's no way for me to be like, but maybe like, can you please like, it was already decided.
Yeah,
he was going to a party in the Hamptons with some billionaires, I imagine. And he was just like, hey, sorry. And dude, I was sitting there looking at the text being like, oh, this is horrible.
Oh, this is bad.
I'm like 100 people, like probably 100 people bought tickets just for the reason that he was there, mostly.
Well,
or like a large part of it's like the excitement of seeing him. The club's excited for us. And now we have no one. And the show is in like less than 6 hours.
So my producing partner calls me and she goes, we're just going to do no headliner. And I go, no headliner?
Yeah, no special guest,
no
headliner.
special guest.
It's just you, me, Cole Klayman, and some other people.
Great. Which by the way, still would have been a great show. But we're not known names. So
no. And the ticket for that
everyone goes, they were great, but no one knows who they are.
Exactly. And we were freaking out. I tell Bo, I text you, and I think you were just like, I don't remember what I sent you that. You responded like, what did you say back?
I said poop.
I think you did actually.
I almost had a heart attack.
You were like,
I'm not going to lie. Because here's the thing. If you put someone on a lineup and then people come and they're not there, that would probably put me in a bad standing with the club.
Yes.
It's okay because all the people who are fans of him were also fans of the headliner, the special guest that we did get.
Yeah. So basically, I talked to this person, to the guy, to the comic, and I was like, dude, look, I get it. You got to go to the Illuminati party in the Hamptons. Sure thing. I get that. I was like, but you're really kind of fucking us over here. Like the club's going to be pissed. We don't have a special guest. The people that came are going to be upset.
You also got on New York Comedy Club's website, which is pretty cool.
That's a dub.
You have a full profile.
I have a profile. And I was just like, I leveled with him. I was like, can you please help us out? Do you have a friend, like another comic who could be a special guest, who could come do like a little, a headlining spot?
Yep.
And he was like, okay. Like I broke it down enough where he's like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Fine. I'll make some calls. And like, even when he said that, even then I was just like, I mean,
yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. It was like, at that point, it was now 4 hours before.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we have 4 hours. This isn't going to happen. He texted me an hour later at like 3 p.m. and he was like, hey, Mark Norman's in. And I texted him back. I was like, prayer hands.
I almost cried the day.
I texted him prayer hands and I was like, thank you.
It's like, do you know where you were on 9/11 / do you know where you were when Mark Norman said he would do your show?
Dude,
I know exactly where I was. I was standing with my head out of the window and I was like, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah. You were about to do that. I think I was on the M train coming back home.
That's the saddest M train ever.
Yeah. I was just like, dude, this is a nightmare.
You don't even get peace and quiet because the signal is coming down on your phone.
Dude, and
it's
then
above ground
then
for those that don't understand that reference.
Exactly. Some people don't know how this works. City works.
How this M train works.
Oh, I guess. But yeah, so he texts us. He's like, "Hey, Mark's gonna do it." And dude, it was like it went from like a massive L. Like I was so worried about like the club, just like thinking like, oh, these guys are just bums.
Yeah.
We got Mark on the show. What?
I wish we could call Mark right now.
Call, dude. No, I have his number.
No, he couldn't do that.
I have his number.
We would have
now.
had to text him and be like, dude, can you?
I have his
he
number.
probably would be like, fuck you, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, he'd be like, what?
No, he's a good guy. I don't know.
I mean, maybe he would. Who knows?
Who knows? He's Mark is an just unreal comedian.
He is a joke robot.
Yes,
I said that on stage.
He really is a joke robot.
And here's another thing that was fun as well. So we were doing the show. We have Mark set to come at 7 p.m. because that's what we told him, and we had it timed out. We're like, that'll be perfect. He'll go on last, close out the show. We ended up starting the show a little late because people were filing in. You know, that's just how that goes. We get to like the comic before me. I'm like about to go on. And I think you come over and you're like, hey, so Mark just got here. I was like, oh, great. Like, I'll go on and then he'll go on after me and close the show. And you were like, look, he's got another spot he needs to go to. So he's asking if he can go up now.
Yep.
And I was like, what does that mean? And you're like, so
do you know how painful that walk was to go tell you that?
I was like, and you were like, so you're going to go after Mark. I go, oh, so the professional comedian is going to do 20 minutes.
Here's the thing,
in front of a crowd that's hot and going to kill.
You held your own, most definitely.
Well, I was getting to that. But
okay.
Well, I appreciate that. But dude, you came up and you were like, hey. like it felt like you were like about to like put down my dog or something. You're like, hey, pal, come here. You're like, come here for a second. Hey. I was like smiling. The show is going great.
I gave that like 2-finger whistle.
The show is going great, and you were just like, "Hey, you having fun?" I was like smiling. I was like, "Yeah, this is great." And you're like, "That's good."
It's like I was delivering, like I was a doctor delivering to you that a family member had just died.
Yeah, or that I had
That's
like
what
cancer.
I felt like.
Yeah,
I didn't even know how to approach it. I was like afraid of you. I was like, dude, he did all this work, and now I'm putting him after Mark Norman. But I did, like I said to you at the time, I did know it was going to be fine because people always think that when you follow a headliner that it's going to be impossible, and it is really hard. But that being said, you can also ride their momentum if they did really well. The crowd is ready to laugh.
True.
So.
I mean, and that's true. I think like you kind of said that because I was just kind of like locked into my own head of like, oh my, like the reality of like, holy shit, I have to follow fucking Mark Norman.
Yeah.
And you were sitting there just like a doctor, just being like, hey, there's plenty of options. We can get treatment for you.
Yeah,
this isn't the end.
Yep.
This isn't the end. This is just this is a transition. Yeah, you're like, this isn't the end. This is just a next step.
Yeah, that's when you pass out.
And I was like,
I need backup.
I was like barely listening. You're like, no, this is the next phase of your life. And then I like kind of locked in. I was looking at you and I was like, what did you just say?
I felt like I was telling my girlfriend I can't go to dinner.
Yeah.
Because it was like a boys' night or something like that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
Yeah. What did you just say to me?
I was like, you promised me. And you're like, shh, quiet. But yeah, so you tell me that, and then I kind of clicks, and I was like, and I wasn't gonna like fight it and be like, no, I don't want to. It's like, no, obviously.
You didn't really have an option.
Well, no, of course. It's like he has to go. So I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But you were right. You kind of said that to me also. I was like, I think you could tell I was freaking out, and you're like, dude, it's fine. I was like, the crowd, you're like the crowd's already hot. He's going to get up. He's going to kill. And the crowd's going to be so hot when you get up.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, fine.
And I got to be honest. I have the footage from this weekend. There were so many people when I say we killed, you listen to this footage and it sounds like I put a laugh track over it. That's how nuts. It's almost like annoying. It's like some of the takes are like a person not even making a joke. They're like, "Hey guys, how we're going?" It's like, it's crazy the tape that we got from this week.
Yeah, I heard.
So it's hard to film this episode today just because we're winners. So
we're just so up.
Yeah,
but I feel like it is even like this past week. It ended up working out really solid.
Yes,
but there was a lot of moments.
There was moments where
it seemed like it was all.
This is the thing with this podcast. We are losers, but we always figure out a way to win at the same time, which is me completely flipping it. But like I'm like, I lose so much It's like when they say like Steve Jobs had so many failures before he made Apple.
Yeah.
It's like you're watching that live process, so you should be thankful.
Yeah, you've got a sneak peek into the process of how to mold greatness.
Yeah. My show, Chucklefest, is going to be the next. It will be the Apple of comedy.
Interesting.
It will.
Hey, man.
You can quote that.
I'm with you, dude. But yeah, so I think what?
I'm sorry.
No, we took dubs from it, but every turn,
turn was like, oh shit.
Even when you told me that, like you were like, hey, you have to follow Mark Norman. In my head, I was like, oh, I could really fuck this up right now. Because you're right, it's a hot crowd, but it's also a hot crowd that is like expecting like something great. Because like if you go up and you're kind of like, and you kind of fumble it, then the crowd is like, oh, this guy, like why they put this guy up now?
So
why isn't he as good as Mark Norman? I was freaking out, but it went well.
I had to follow Shank Forbes one time at Rodney's.
Yeah.
For those that don't know Shank Forbes, he is one of the greatest comedians I've seen live. He is a Def Jam comedian who is very, very enthusiastic, and his stand-up is a murder scene. And all of my family came out. I was about a year into comedy, and I am watching Shank Forbes annihilate.
Yeah, just killer.
Kill.
Just doing that's like how Rogan does it.
Now
he's like an absolute
I get away with
killer.
Absolute fucking
he's a
killer.
murderer.
You've done it again. You're fucking unreal.
Yuck.
I'm sitting now. I'm a little lucky because I'm not a standstill comedian. I'm enthusiastic myself, so it was a little easy for me to ride the wave because I can get on stage and go, "What the fuck is up, motherfuckers?" And I had a good set, and Shank came up to me afterwards and was like, "That was really, 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 really good. I was wondering how you would display yourself, and you did a great job." And I was like, "Thanks, Shank. You fucking rock." I had this joke where I go, I had sex with a British girl recently. So I guess you could say the British are coming. But then that's the hacky part. But then I go, yeah, I'm just fucking her. And I'm like, and our flag was still. And I did like this act out that was just me fucking a British girl while singing American songs to her.
Wow.
And I don't do it anymore because I'm way better than that now. But it was really, really funny that night.
You kind of have the sensibilities of a Def Jam comic.
A little bit. I'm not trying to suck my own dick, but slightly, I would say.
You're like, damn, these British girls. You fit right in.
Yeah.
You got motion like that.
Dude, I got that mosh.
But
speaking of mosh, now people are emailing Crystal's email to get on their show.
Hell yeah, dude. That's big.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, so it was a sick show. Followed, and honestly, I'm glad that happened, that I had to follow Mark, because I feel like before him, I feel like I would have had like a solid set also, but like I don't know, it was cool for me personally just to like have you be like, you need to follow him. I was freaking out, and then just be like, you know what, fuck it, I just do what you do. Like I was like, don't overthink it, don't like go crazy changing everything.
I told you it'd be fine.
Just do it.
I knew it would be fine.
Yeah, and it went really well. I'm really, and like just the fact that I'm like, damn, like I followed Mark Norman, and it was good.
And you didn't fold. You could have just been like, nah, I don't want to. Imagine if you said that.
Yeah, I was like, nah, just take me off the lineup.
I'm actually good.
But that's the way comics work. Is even though I was like, I was like, if I bomb on this, it would crush me.
Yeah.
But I was like, but I was like, but I'm a comic and I need the stage time.
I knew you weren't gonna. I haven't seen you like legitimately bomb. Like I've seen sets that you've had that are better than others, but bombing to me is like you're sweating and you're like,
Yeah, and you're just like the crowd hates you.
There's definitely times where you're like, oh, the crowd doesn't love my jokes right now.
Yeah.
But it's like to me, bombing is like complete utter silence where the crowd feels horrible for you.
Yes.
Versus like we just have sets sometimes that are like, that's not my best work. But it's not like I feel like once you're out of like a year and a half, you're like, I'm not eating shit. And if I did eat shit, it's just because I wrote a bunch of new shit and I'm like trying to
Yeah, it's like it was an
test
intentional thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was sick. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad the show was awesome.
And you know what? As your friend, co-podcaster, and someone that believes in you, and someone that enjoys your company, I'm glad that you did it too.
Let's go. Hey, thanks, pal.
You're welcome. Should
So
we get into the news?
Let's get into losers of the week.
We got a couple.
We have a few. The first one isn't really news based.
Who is it?
You know. Do we want to cover this?
Yeah. for sure.
We do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we won't clip it up.
We might have him on the pod next week. So it's like we love this guy.
Yeah.
Let's just preface this with this is a comic friend of ours who we love. He's like a brother.
I love him to death, and I think he's.
Me too.
I hate it that he thinks he's not good at this stuff because he is actually one of the best comedians that I know.
He's so funny. He's so funny. And
yes.
I mean, and we're not even talking about comedic. This topic isn't even about his comedy.
Mm-hmm.
He was also on the show, killed it. We watched
one of my favorite persons to fuck around with. One of my favorite comedians. The worst possible guest you could have stay at your place ever.
I mean, just the absolute.
I have so many people that I don't like staying at my place.
I would rather have had a wet dog.
I would rather have Shrek stay here.
I would have rather had a wet dog living in our place for the same duration of time. And the dog is always wet. It never gets dry.
It has this weird condition where it just sort of stays wet.
I would have rather had that than have this guy. Did we say his name already?
It's Cole Klayman.
Oh, it's Cole Klayman, right?
Just the worst fucking guest ever.
Dude.
And I told him the day he was like, "Oh, I shouldn't stay with you guys anymore." I go, "Dude, you can stay longer if you clean up after yourself more."
So yeah, basically,
I don't care if you stay a week.
He was staying right where we're sitting.
Yes.
Not on this couch, but I have a really nice air mattress.
Yes.
That I was gracious enough.
A massive air mattress.
It's like a queen size that I was willing to have him sleep on.
Yeah.
We put it in. So this place is nice, but like the common area is a living room / kitchen, and it's not big. That is the only area.
Let's not even get to the air mattress yet. We got to start for the number one thing. The number one starter is that he doesn't tell us where he is, and he's been staying at our other friend's house in New York too. So we don't even know some nights if he's going to come back or not.
Yeah.
And then he'll call us at like midnight or something when we're both trying to go to bed, and he's like, "Hey, so I'm coming over tonight." And we go, "Okay, when are you going to get here?" He's like, "I don't know, 2 hours." And I go, "Well, I have no way of getting you in 2 hours because I'm tired."
Just looking right down the barrel of the lens on that one.
It really ticked me off.
No, it was insane because I had the same thing.
"Oh, how are you going to get in?" Guess what? I'm in bed right now.
Yeah, we need because he like our
and I'm reading a book to help me sleep, and I'm drinking the warm milk.
He's drinking the milk. Because you need to get buzzed into our building. That's the issue.
Yeah.
He did the same thing to me another night where it's like 11:30 and he's like, hey, and that's, you have to do the voice too. He's like, hey pal, I'm out right now. I'm like, okay, when are you coming back? He's like, I'll be back in like 40 minutes. I was like, could it be sooner? And he's like, okay. Like giving me attitude.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'll try to come back. Then it's like at this point, it's like almost 1 a.m. I'm like, hey, are you like, you said you were going to be back a half an hour ago. He's like, all right, I see what's going on.
It put things into perspective for how my mom felt when I was in high school on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
Because I suddenly, he comes home and I'm like, we've been worried sick.
Yeah, where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been all night?
Dinner is cold.
Yeah, it's cold. We made pot roast.
Yeah, so so that's one of the things. Is not even giving us any.
Just doesn't have any fucking idea of how.
We gotta get back to the air mattress, dude.
But then he's mad at us. He's like, "Oh, you guys, I mean, you just want me to leave."
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, "I don't want you to leave. I just want you to respect our fucking time a little bit better."
He was doing like emotional terrorism on us because we would like voice a complaint of like, hey man, do you think you could just like be a little more communicative about like when you think you're going to come back so we can like plan? And he'd be like, no, I get it. You guys hate me. He goes, no, I understand. You hate me and you want me to leave. And it's like, no, we love you. But
we love you so much that we're letting this happen instead of just being like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It's like, we love you, but we hate your behavior.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I get it. You want me to go. It's like, no. And then the air mattress.
Yes.
It's inflated. So it's like when it's inflated and it's easy it has an automatic electric inflator and deflator that you just flip a switch and it does it for you. Easy. Yep. Fold it up, done. He leaves it. It takes up the entire kitchen, right? So there's one particular night, the day before you kind of mentioned, we're like, hey man, you think you could like put the air mattress up when you're done? He's like, but it's my bed.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, but it's 11 a.m. and like, I'm trying to like make breakfast. You're in the kitchen. He's like, oh geez, all right. And like just like being like an attitude about it.
Still didn't do it, by the way.
The next day, still doesn't do it. The next day, he gets back. You go to some dinner with your family.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I thought you were gonna let me in. And you're like, hey man, I had to go to a dinner. Like, I'm sorry. You were like napping or something. So then he's just out in Brooklyn and not able to get back inside. And he hasn't changed his clothes in like 3 days.
Yeah.
So he's just like
because he calls you and he goes, I'm 10 minutes away. And you go, why didn't you communicate that earlier in the day? Like, I have stuff to do now. I didn't know if you were coming back.
So he's just wandering around Brooklyn, and then he calls me and he's like,
till like 1 on.
So listen to this. He calls me. He's like, can you let me in? I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way back. I let him in. It's like 8 p.m. We put up the bed. He takes a shower.
Yeah. We put up the bed.
Yeah, I put up the bed. He takes a shower.
We tuck him in. We put a little warm towel on top of his forehead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We take him and so he showers, he gets back into the bed. It's like 8:30. He gets into bed. And like, it's been the last 2 nights was the show. Yeah. We were all up late, whatever. So I'm about ready to go to bed too. It's like 8:30. I'm like just chilling. He's like chilling in bed and he goes to sleep. I go to sleep. Then the next day, I wake up at like 9 a.m., reasonable hour. He's still in bed. He sleeps until like 11, wakes up at 11, stays in bed until like almost...
On his phone, looking at reels.
On his phone, looking at reels, just farting. I mean...
Just being gross.
He stays in bed till noon, and then eventually, like, you're texting me like, dude, we got to do something. You're like, we got to do something about this guy. I was like, we do. You come out of your room and you're like, so are you going to like get the fuck up? And he's like, okay, pal, I get it. And you're like, no, for real. Like for real. And he's like, but I'm sleeping. This is my bed. And you're like, yeah, but you're in our kitchen. Can you get up? He's like, I just don't understand why you're being so nasty about it. Like, I'm tired. And that's
because I want a table to drink my coffee.
But that's when
eggs.
That's when I come out and I go, Cole, I understand what you're saying, but you realize you've been laying in this air mattress for 16 hours, right? And he goes, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And I go, no, you got back at 8 p.m. That's when I let you in. You laid down, you took a shower, you immediately got back into bed, and you've been laying there since 8 p.m. and it's now noon the next day. I go, count it. That's 16 hours. He goes, oh, I didn't think about it.
Dude, he was like one of those people in WALL-E. You know, the people in like he literally couldn't get out.
Yeah, he was just,
yeah, he was in one of those things that you put babies in that like it covers your crotch and you can like bounce up and down on it.
Fuck, what is that called? Like
that's pretty much what he was doing all day.
Bassinet or something?
Because I said to him, I'm like, dude, you can still be lazy, but just be lazy on our couch so that we can put our table back to where it is.
Yeah, he just didn't.
And it was oh, okay. So then I walk in, I'm like about to brush my teeth and he's in the bathroom with the door open and I see him squeezing my cocoa butter once again. M-Y, which means my. It's mine. Me. And and I see him squeezing a bunch of it on his hand, which is fine, by the way. I'm not selfish with my cocoa butter. I can share.
Yeah.
But I said to him, I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm chafing, man. I'm chafing a little bit. And I see him, he's rubbing like around his groin crotch area with my cocoa butter, putting his hand back on it. And I said to him, that's fucking disgusting. Can you ask me before you do that? And he goes, oh, it's just fucking cocoa butter, man. But it's mine, right? So it's not just cocoa butter. It's my cocoa butter.
Yeah. And he's like touching the little pump on it.
And so then I said
with his lotioned up hands that have been on his nuts.
Yes. And
touching the pump.
I have Vaseline in there and I was trying to be nice. I was like, I shouldn't have said this. I said, have you ever used Vaseline for chafe? It's a little bit better. It works a little bit better. The friction's less when you use Vaseline. And he goes, no, I've never tried that. Proceeds to take his hand out of his pants and grab a big old scoop of my Vaseline that I used to put on my lips with his ball hands.
Oh my God.
Instead of using the other hand.
And he just at every turn he just didn't understand why we were annoyed.
I don't understand
his default was no, I get it, you hate me.
Yeah. And I was like, no, I don't hate you.
You're an ogre.
Yes, I don't hate you, but you remember, when Pooh Bear like steals honey and he's like sitting there with a bunch of honey on his hands?
with no pants
on.
You
look like that with a thing that I use to put on to lubricate my lips on my face.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
and he's standing there like, duh.
It was just absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, we can move on to the next
We had to kick
topic.
him out. That's the moral
we
of the
did
story.
kick him out.
You can't be.
And Cole, if you're listening to this, We love you,
love you.
pal.
Here's the thing.
We love you, and we'd love to have you stay again, but just take
This is a message
notes.
to all of our viewers.
Take
if you
notes.
want to be a guest at someone's place, just treat them nice. Maybe buy them lunch at some point.
Yeah.
Buy them lunch. Thank you so much for your stay. Oh, and in the morning, I'm trying to use the bathroom. He's in there for 40 minutes, blasting rap music, using all of my water. He gets out. I go, oh, that's funny. I don't remember you paying for the water bill here. What is that? That must be $20 worth of water on you right now.
Yeah.
You're going to have to drink that.
And point of clarification, he did buy me breakfast on his last day here.
Not me.
Not you. And while we're at breakfast, at one point he's like, "What's Bo's deal?" He's like, "Man, Bo's really uptight, huh?" It's like, well, not just him. I'm a little more easygoing, but you know, you got to clean it up a
It's
bit.
unfortunate because I'm probably going to let him stay again this weekend when you're out.
I mean, that's fine, but do not let him stay in my room.
Oh, of
Please
course not.
do not let him stay in my room.
I'm gonna. We should lock your room.
I might do that. But so yeah, Cole, you're a loser of the week.
Mhm.
We love you, but come on, dude, get it together.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to do next? You want to go and I have this. Let's end on maybe the DSA thing.
Okay, I agree.
Because this is gonna fire Bo up to the point where I'm gonna have to intervene and go, "Hey, that's the pod."
Listen, for any people listening to this pod, I am not a Republican. I couldn't say that more times.
Yeah.
I am not a Republican. There's so many things on the right that I think is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But this group of lefties, they do things too that confuses me.
But these liberals.
Yes.
But we'll get to that later. Right now, so this is a new thing where Jonah Hill, who I used to love.
Me too.
I was a big fan of him when I was a kid in all those movies.
He's the funniest person in any of those movies.
He's so funny.
Jump Street and
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf
He's
of Wall
great.
Street, he's amazing.
Superbad, obviously.
War Dogs, he's amazing.
War
in
Dogs
too.
with Miles Teller, also great. But recently, I'm pretty sure this was a live podcast with the Smartless guys. So
Yes.
it's like Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, the other dude that no one knows.
Yeah. By the way, shout out Smartless. Great podcast.
Yeah, great pod. So I think it looks like it was a live podcast. And basically, Jonah Hill starts talking about how he's now doing jiu-jitsu, which is just great. But this clip has gotten 55 million views. And Jonah Hill is getting flamed on the internet for his comments about jiu-jitsu and how he thinks that now he can fight anyone. So let's watch this. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I gotta fix this.
Love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love, except my body is begging me to not love it. 42 isn't, my wife is often like, you're not gonna become like a professional fighter. You know that, right? Like, you're a comedian. Like,
but let me ask you something.
Yeah.
If we got into it,
I would fuck you up.
you'd fuck me up, right?
I would fuck all
But
three
truly,
of you up.
right? 'Cause-
And that's the best part. My favorite thing is people are like, oh, Jonah Hill, fucking fat guy from Superbad. And I'm like, I would fucking annihilate you, dude. I'm not kidding,
every
dude.
fight
Try it. If you see me, try it, dude. And
Every fight ends up on the ground.
Fucking
very
bring
quickly.
it. Who's got it?
I will, unless you are way bigger than me,
I have like a
fucking fuck around and find out.
Dude, I am so glad that Chris Farley died before he could get into jiu-jitsu.
We really got to take a second to. It is funny that this post is blowing up a little bit
55 million views.
because it doesn't bother me. Like, talk your shit, Jonah.
Sure. It bothers me a little bit.
It does bother me a little bit because he's like his voice. He's like, I would fuck you up,
It's so cocky.
Yeah,
it's like,
it is.
no, you wouldn't.
Jonah. I would crumple you into a ball and punch you like a football.
And it's not, I'm not even doing, like, this bit for me isn't even like, oh, I could fight him.
Why did I immediately
Well, yeah,
go there?
you immediately were like, all right, nerd. Shut up, nerd.
No, I love him. He's one of my favorite
No,
comics
I
ever.
love him too, but it's like, it's just like, and again, I'm not even saying I could beat him. I don't care. But it's like to go on this and be like, yeah, I've been doing jujitsu, so I could fight anyone now.
Yeah, and it's like, he's like, everyone sees me as like this big fat fuck from Superbad, but I actually do jujitsu now.
Yeah, and it's like he's so insecure about how that was like
it makes me feel bad for him a little
Well,
bit.
it makes me feel bad too, but it's like he's so insecure about that was like his reputation.
Yes.
Was like the fat funny guy,
the fat funny guy.
which I'm sure is tough because
by the way, that's a great reputation to have.
Well,
the fat funny guy still gets pussy at the end of the day.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, does your dick work?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably,
Can you see it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Like
but
Cole claiming.
don't bring Cole into this. I'm thinking more like a Stavros cup.
Yeah, good point. Stavros gets pussy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
What does he do with it? I don't know, but he gets it. I mean, he gets it. He's like a leprechaun with gold. It's like, well, what is he doing with the gold? It's like, I don't know,
Right.
but he has it.
Right.
It's like he's not buying
this clip
anything.
is so- he's like, yeah, everyone sees me as like this big fucking giant piece of shit, but I box. And you're like, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it's like he's so insecure about that was his reputation that now he's like trying to overcorrect it.
Yeah.
He's
he
like
is.
talking. He's like, isn't he into surfing or something?
If you see Jason Bateman's face in this video, he's like, oh,
He's like, haha, hilarious.
Yeah, you fuck me up.
Yeah, he's like, no, you wouldn't.
Cool.
But it's like he's like trying to like rehabilitate his image to where he's like, yeah, I do jujitsu. He's probably taking Ozempic. I might be wrong.
No,
but he's like a skinny Jonah Hill now.
It's funny when fat people get skinny. I still see them almost as like a skinny fat person.
Yeah,
like I could never
be
like
he's spiritually fat.
He's spiritually fat.
Like it's
people probably feel that way about me. Hey, by the way, Jonah, hi. I was 265 pounds at one point.
Yeah,
old former fat guy as well.
Former fatty.
Former fat fuck.
And it's spiritually fat to go on a stage and be like, yeah, but I'm doing jujitsu now, so I can pretty much beat up anyone here.
He's like a frat guy. He's like, yeah, but I'm doing jujitsu now, so like shit's fine.
He's like, yeah, I could kind of roll anyone into oblivion up here.
Jason Bateman, like, suck my dick. I'll actually fuck you up, bro.
Yeah. It's like you're spiritually fat.
Yeah.
It's like you may be
I love how he clarified it at the end. He's like, well, I probably couldn't beat up anyone that's bigger than me, but.
And here's the thing. It's like, yeah, sure, you're eating the keto cookies.
Yeah.
The keto brownies,
Are
whatever.
you eating the keto brownies?
But we know that you're tearing open that bag with a fury unlike anything anyone's ever seen.
Yeah, we know that you have a dark mind inside that skull.
He's just ripping open that bag of keto cookies and just pounding them. And sure, they're each 1 calorie, and it does nothing for your body. But you're still spiritually fat.
Yeah, he has like wartime flashbacks when he goes to bed, and it's just him post Superbad just digging into some Cheez-Its.
Dude, yes. Just doing that thing.
Oh, he was doing a Cheez-It guy.
Doing that thing with the flat wings, the chicken wings, where you just like put it in your mouth and
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you suck off the meat and it's just
I can
bones.
do that, by the way.
I'm sure you can because you used to be a fatty.
Yes.
And there's no shade about that. There's no shade to be used to being a fatty, or if you still are kind of overweight.
Okay, I'm not, but
I'm not saying. Well,
I'm not.
See,
this is me playing Jonah Hill.
See, and now you're being
fat guys.
You're being spiritually fat right now.
I resonate with Jonah Hill because fat guys, we always, no matter what, see ourselves fat. I've been even 20 pounds less than I am right now, where I was rail thin. And by the way, this is actually
hold on.
No,
rail thin, Bo.
Dude,
rail thin. Let's be.
You're being real.
You're being real spiritually fat right now.
For like 6 months at one point.
Really?
Yes. And here's the thing.
Oh, so you were like very thin.
That's a loser moment right there. I was really, really thin.
Yeah.
And from the point where I didn't even look healthy.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, what the fuck happened? A year and a half ago, you were big fatty. And now you look like you're like, I'll show you a picture after the pod. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I had bulimia.
Wow.
Because I started pledging a fraternity as I was losing weight. And we were drinking a lot of alcohol and throwing up a lot. And one night I had a big bowl of Chipotle. Shout out Chipotle for giving me bulimia.
Okay. I'm with you. Keep going.
We can do just Chipotle under that. And I was like kind of sick and I didn't feel well. And we drank a couple beers and I threw up. And then I like had this like coming to Jesus moment or coming with the devil moment.
I think it's more of a
coming with the devil.
No, I think it's more of a coming to the bowl moment.
Yeah, where I was like, wait, I just ate all that food and now it's just out of me and I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I started doing that more often. And I went home for Christmas break and my mom, like I threw something up and my mom was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I was like, the meal was just big and I just like didn't want it anymore. And she goes, no, that's a mental disorder.
Yeah, she goes, that's a problem.
And I discovered bulimia.
And you're like, no, but I get to taste the food and it's yummy.
Yes, but then
it's not in my tummy.
in my tummy.
Yeah, and she's like, no, that's a huge problem. And
She
you're
got
like,
really worried, which any mother would, but
yeah. She's like, no, you'll die doing that. And you're like, what?
it's weird. And for anyone that's have bulimia in the chat, chat, who's bulimia now?
See, now I feel a little bad for calling you spiritually fat.
No, because you never ever see yourself. Like, there are even now moments where I'm like, holy shit, I'm like back to square one. It's like,
Right.
I'm not. But that's just how but anywho, when you have bulimia, it becomes almost like you enjoy throwing up. And that doesn't make sense to anybody who hasn't had it. So chat, like I said, if that resonates with you, it's such a weird thing because it's such a like almost like violent thing.
Yeah.
Like throwing up is like that's my impression of it. And
Yeah, you're like ejecting things out of you.
exactly. And you're forcing things out of you that you're not supposed to be. And it's awful.
I mean, yeah, the only way that throwing up is passive is if you're like a rock and roll star in the 60s.
Yes.
You're just like laying on your bed and then it's like, brr.
Yeah, that's when it's like, oh, fuck yeah. Rock on, brother.
That's rock and roll,
Rock on,
dude.
brother.
Yeah, in your case, it's like, yeah, you're ejecting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was a loser moment for me. But now I'm
Totally.
a big winner because I don't have it anymore.
Yeah, now you're just
And to anyone
pounding.
struggling with that, hit me up. I got some thoughts and
Yeah. I
stuff
mean,
for
who
you.
knows? Maybe Jonah's struggling.
I don't think he's bulimic. Well, here's the thing. Honestly, if I was that fat now, I would have just taken Ozempic. I really wouldn't have cared. Like everyone's like, oh, people freak out. They're like, is she on Ozempic? Is he on Ozempic? Oh my God, is he taking, or did he do it the natural way? Who gives a fuck? I just wouldn't want to be fat. I would just be like, I'm taking Ozempic. I literally don't care if it's, there's no research that says it's unhealthy for me. I don't care how I lose weight. I just want to be
I think
thinner.
there's some articles starting to come out
Really?
about how
Is it bad for you?
I've heard a few things about how it can cause hair loss. I've heard a few things about how it can fuck with your emotional regulation.
I believe that actually.
My read on it is that there's going to be a huge backlash against Ozempic.
I kind of think you're probably
Once there's
right.
enough research to come out, they're going to be like, oh, actually, this is terrible for you.
Yep.
But also, Jonah Hill, he got skinny before Ozempic.
Yeah, you're right. He did.
But then
I
again,
love you, Jonah. I'm not trying to talk shit about you.
yeah, my issue is it's just like
You don't need to go and tell people you're gonna fuck them up. No one cares.
yeah, it's like, dude,
That's not masculine.
you're a funny, lovable guy. We don't need you to evolve into like a jiu-jitsu meathead.
Yeah, we don't care actually.
Like there's
we actually
there's
don't
already
care.
plenty of people in the culture that have done that.
Yeah,
And it's upsetting to see. We don't need you to do that.
there's.
And I'm not like your
I think
agent.
I know who you're tapping.
There's
into,
plenty
but-
of them. And it's also like, Jonah, I'm not your agent who's like, hey, keep getting fat. Like, oh,
No.
but like Hollywood wants you fatter. I'm not like, hey, we're going to put you in the Santa Claus 5, gain 50 pounds.
You know, that's probably where a lot of that stems from. Is he
Oh,
probably did have
100%.
agents who were just blatantly assholes.
Oh, no,
to him
he's
because-
talked about it 100%. John Candy, a great comedic actor, same thing back in the day. They were
you're
telling
right.
him he was starting to get healthy and lose weight, and people were telling him like, it's kind of funnier if you're fatter.
which is kind of true.
I mean, sure.
I got told the same thing when I lost weight. A lot of people in my friend group in college were like, "You were just so much funnier when you were fat."
Well, yeah, sure, but then you get fat and then you have a heart attack and you
Right,
die, which
right,
is like
right.
what's happened to so many of them. But my thing is, it's just like, I don't know. It's like, Jonah, you don't need to be the jiu-jitsu tough guy.
No one cares. We love you, Jonah. You don't need to fight us.
Like, there's so many people. There's so
Mhm.
many like fat comedians who
Who are
unfortunately
great.
who are great, and there's some of them that unfortunately, they got too fat. There's no like.
Yeah.
It's like it's such an
Didn't that happen
extreme.
to Louis Anderson?
I think there's a few. I mean, Ralphie
Yeah.
May probably too.
Yeah.
But it's like it's such a like extreme.
I
It's
think-
either like I'm just gonna I'm gonna say fuck it and get like extremely
Yeah, I
fat,
saw it.
or I'm gonna be a jujitsu meathead. And it's like,
Mhm.
can we find a middle ground?
Nope. There's no middle ground. I saw a video of Rogan talking about Ralphie May like having a true food addiction, which is like he would like sneak like a Jack in the Box behind stage and like do it so people couldn't see him because he like was embarrassed as to how much food he was consuming.
Damn.
Food consumption is most definitely a bad addiction that people can have.
Oh, for sure, dude.
It's embarrassing.
Damn.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Next topic.
well, yeah, Jonah, we love you.
Jonah, we love you. It was a little loserish when you said that on live TV on the
Yeah. That was a little bit
Smartless, but
you're kind of trying to big dog, and it just didn't land the way you thought. Okay, so this next one, this one is interesting, and we'll end on this because I know it's going to fire you up. So a candidate who is running for governor in Wisconsin, her name is Francesca Hong, and she is a self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist. And she has, a bunch of ideas. Some of them I like, some of them I don't. But she was recently being interviewed on the news, and she was basically asked about a tweet that she made back during COVID. I think they'll explain in 2020 about how she was saying that we should stop celebrating Thanksgiving. Okay. So I'm gonna play this clip for you.
Your past positions that he keeps highlighting, and obviously likely would continue to do so before November should you win. One thing that they brought up as well was a post from you in 2021 where you said Americans should cancel Thanksgiving, should have done this in 1621. The post has been deleted. Republicans have been highlighting it. Do you still believe that Thanksgiving should be canceled?
I'm a chef. And one of the first meals that I made that was for the community when I was 16 was a Thanksgiving meal. I always think my hospitality background and owning a restaurant for 7-8 years, that bringing folks around the table to share conversation and build community is always a good thing. But Thanksgiving is also a time that's incredibly painful for many people in our communities. And so I think I wanted to make sure that people understood that
it's painful for Jonah Hill.
So two things can be true at once.
Views, but views can evolve. And the position that I'm running for right now, and I think my background as a chef will actually help me become a better governor that's able to bring more people to the table.
Actually, kind of tasteful ending.
But you kind of you said something.
Okay, two things can be true at once.
Okay,
is this story of a bunch of happy pilgrims who landed on Plymouth Rock and came out and were like, "Hey, everybody," and that's what they said, and they're like, "Oh, hey, Squanto, you want to do a dinner? We love you guys. You guys are rock stars." And they do a big dinner with their boy Squanto, and Squanto's chefing up. He's making corn on the cob. He's ripping into some fucking baby back ribs on the grill. He's got a beautiful turkey bird just cooking, and he's like, "I love you guys. You guys are my favorite people." Did that happen? No. That did not fucking happen.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty
not.
sure what happened was pretty
They weren't
evil.
tossing the football, playing shirts and skins.
They were cooking Squanto. And you know what they said? They said, "That Squanto meat falls right off the bone, doesn't it?"
No. They weren't eating Squanto.
Yeah, that's
what
not
they
true
did.
either.
What they did was they invited Squanto, and they go, "Hey, your daughter's kind of hot." And he was like, "Wait. I thought this was dinner." And they go, "Yeah, but she's kind of hot."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Wait.
He goes, "Wait, Squanto, Squanto, no."
So that's dark, but that's what happened.
So they raped his daughter.
Well, I didn't want to say it out
Okay.
loud.
Well, you can.
But that was kind of the vibe.
But that's what happened. They came. The settlers came in. They were like, "Oh, these people are savages," and they started kind of warring and stuff like that. For sure.
Yes. Well, it's like, I'm sure that there was historically, I don't know all the details about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
I'm sure there was some kind of symbolic meal that happened that was like, "Hey, let's try to meet in the middle."
Yes.
It's like, it was like a weird Thanksgiving where it was getting political. And
Correct.
You're trying to talk your grandpa down, but just being like, "Hey, grandpa."
Yeah, your grandpa's like, "I want to fuck Squanto's daughter," and you're like, "Gramps,
You're like,
we're
"Grandpa."
not gonna fuck Squanto's daughter."
Yeah, your
okay?
grandpa's like, "So."
We're trying to have a nice meal here.
Yeah, your grandpa's looking at your ethnic girlfriend. He's like, "So what are you?" And you're like, "Grandpa."
Please.
We did a huddle before dinner,
please.
and you said you weren't going to do this. So that was kind of the vibe, I think, of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, after that, whatever peace they had did not hold. Okay,
No.
The colonists, they fucked up the natives in a lot of really bad ways.
Yes.
Everyone knows that.
But by the way, pretty common practice back then, especially for people colonizing. A lot of native people were on the side of the colonizers and were fighting against other natives in the land because they hated other groups. The Tainos didn't fuck with this group of Indians, and this group of Native Americans didn't fuck with the other ones. It was all warring because genuinely, during that time period, most people were bad people. Most people
okay,
were
sure. Yes.
terrible humans. I'm not discounting Thanksgiving. Sure, the Squanto story, not true. But it's just a holiday. And if you can get past that and go, maybe this. And by the way, most things in the world were founded on backwards principles. Most things that we celebrate.
Yeah.
With the exception of Christmas, most thing in my life, at least in terms of holidays, most things were founded on backwards principles. We can either go, oh, that was founded on backwards principles, so we can't recognize all the good that Thanksgiving has done in terms of bringing people together, being thankful for things, enjoying others' company. By the way, in my household at home, my mom puts up a bunch of cool, versions of Native Americans in fall. There's leaves everywhere. We just recognize the love for all people in my household when we celebrate Thanksgiving. I don't know anything about that stupid story about a couple pilgrims. Well, I do know about it, and I know it sounds very, very, very bad. But for me, it's just a time when my family goes, we're all going to get together and we're going to see people that we haven't seen in a while. We're going to try to donate to other households to help them have a nice dinner tonight. And it's a bird and it's a ton of food and you're laughing and you're watching football. That's my Thanksgiving. I don't know anything about this terrible story that happened.
Yeah, I'm
not blind to it. I know it happened. But
I'm with you where it's like, obviously we all know that there is a very dark and sordid past to like Thanksgiving and to the colonizers and the pilgrims.
Yeah.
We all know that.
We're familiar with that.
But I think it's like, as a holiday, everyone, like a lot of people that I know love it as a holiday. It's a time where everyone gets together with their family.
Yeah, it's an amazing
Everyone
holiday.
cooks a different thing. You bring it together. It's about putting differences aside in the family and just coming together.
By the way,
that's what it is. That's what it's supposed to be.
The holiday Halloween is a holiday where we celebrate killing people. That's the whole holiday.
Yeah, it's
let's dress up like murderers and serial killers, and let's go get candy from our neighbors.
or the green M&M,
right?
Just because it's wacky.
yeah, it's wacky. You
get silly with it.
You watch a couple Jeffrey Dahmer documentary. You go, yeah, it's Halloween, and someone goes, oh, that's so scary. Here's another thing of someone being killed, and then you go, okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna dress up like a mass murderer from a horror movie and go and get candy from people.
Yeah. And Thanksgiving's
it's fun.
Thanksgiving's a similar thing where you're like,
it's the same holiday, basically.
It's like we're recognizing you're recognizing that, like, damn, what we did to Squanto was no bueno.
Yeah.
But like pumpkin pie is really good.
Yeah, exactly. You go, this is a great pie that my Aunt Sally made.
Like you said at the beginning, two things can be true at once.
Yes.
I think.
I can share pie with Aunt Sally and still go, oh, Squanto might have been raping.
I think no, you're missing the point.
No,
Squanto is not
sorry.
the one.
Sorry. I can share. We'll cut that out. I can share a pie with my Aunt Sally and go, yeah, the Pilgrims might have been raping.
Don't you slander Squanto. He's a good guy.
Squanto is
I didn't love the voice you did for him. I feel like it was a little
racy.
You were kind of like, we bring you. I was like, okay, stop.
Yeah, that was
like,
bad.
Hey, cut
that
it out.
was bad. There's a couple things that make me look
but
bad in this segment.
that's why we do this
but
segment.
If you look at all the things in between that I said, I actually had a really good message.
No, you had some very clear, good points.
Yes.
Some very salient points. But that's why we're doing this at the end of the pod. I intentionally put this as the last bit.
In fact, if I get SNL, this is going to be what cancels.
But honestly, I'm just being very real for a moment. Like, this is a thing that a lot of these like DSA candidates, and when I say DSA, some people don't know, it's Democratic Socialists of America. And a lot of them are starting to win.
And that's how they say it too.
Yes.
They go, Democratic Socialists of America. Democratic Socialists of America.
A lot of them are starting to like get steam in a lot of these key primary elections that are coming up. So it's like, it's very much a thing that is happening in the country. There is a shift in the tide. Establishment Democrats are losing because people do not want what they support.
Yes.
Some people want a lot of these radical changes. And the thing is, a lot of the stuff they say, I can get on board with. She, in particular,
me too.
She worked in a restaurant. She talks about how restaurant workers should be able to unionize. Sure, they should be able to do that. She talks about free childcare for people who work a full-time job and don't have a spouse that can support the kids.
Yes.
Of course, if you work a full-time job. So those are things I support.
Yeah.
But then they start getting into like this
weird,
well, just like this crazy thing of like, I'm going to read the tweet that she actually put. And this was, again, in like 2021, I think.
Yeah.
And we all remember, no, this was 2020, November of 2020. Okay, so this was right after the summer of 2020 when like the BLM marches and everything was really going down. So it was a very weird political time.
Yep.
Her thing says, cancel Thanksgiving. Should have done this in 1621. If it takes a worldwide pandemic for us to realize we should stop celebrating colonialism and the original super spreader event that killed indigenous folks and women, so be it.
Yeah.
But then, so she tweets that then, and that was a time where people would have seen that and been like, yeah,
Right.
cancel it all. Like, yeah, totally.
Right.
But then she gets interviewed a few years later, and like you said, she's walking it back. She goes, well, I mean, you know, the first thing I made was a Thanksgiving meal.
Because she knows that it's
because she knows it's crazy.
Right.
She's like, well, you know, the first meal I made, it's all about bringing people together. You know, that's what the thing's about. And then at the end, she goes, but, you know, colonialism is bad. But it's like she's walking back this tweet that she made that is insane. And the thing here, like, and I did some research on her, and I'm about to school everyone. And listen to this, because this is about to go scorched earth, and then we're going to end this pod. She is up here talking about how colonialism is bad in all forms, which I agree with, I think. I don't think it is good, but she's like, colonialism is bad. America's bad for celebrating Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is all about colonialism. It's not about the food. It's not about the culture. It's fully about colonialism. Let's cancel it. 2020, hoorah, right? She's a Korean American, right? She opened a restaurant in Madison, Wisconsin in like 2017 or something.
Good for her.
Good for her. Great. We love small business. She's an immigrant family. Great. She is Korean American. Her family is from Korea. She opens a ramen restaurant with her husband, who is a white guy. No problem with that. But she opens a ramen restaurant in Wisconsin. Ramen is Japanese. The reason that Koreans make ramen is because the Japanese colonized Korea in 1910 through 1945.
Wow.
The Japanese abused them, they starved them, they raped their citizens for 35 years. And in the process of that, they realized, hey, ramen's kind of good. We should make our own version of ramen. And then ramen became a popular dish in Korea that kind of fused with the culture. Everyone loves ramen. Francesca Hong loves ramen.
Right.
She loves it so much, she opened a restaurant in Wisconsin with her white husband, who she complains about. She opens a ramen restaurant, sells it because
in Wisconsin,
because ramen is very popular. People like it.
Yes.
Then she turns around and says, cancel Thanksgiving
Yes.
because all forms of colonialism are bad and we should not support that. Hey,
Yes.
Francesca, then why are you cooking ramen?
It's a colonial food.
Yes. Why? But because it's good, it brings people together.
Yes.
And although it came from a sordid past that is bad, and we should say is bad, it's still a good thing, and it brings people together.
Bam.
So how about
That's
you
it.
shut the fuck up?
I love it when you
For real. Again,
Love it when
I
you get
support some of the stuff that she's about. I'm not this like democratic socialist hater. I'm not some alt-right
I'm not
person.
either. You know,
But it's like,
you guys lose
Think
me.
about it for 10 seconds.
You guys lose me when you start hating on America, because you can be a DSA. This is my perfect America, is to look at so many things that's happening in our country and go, this is bad, this is bad, this is so shitty, this affects this group, this affects that group, that's shitty, but still realize that the country itself allows for us to call things out that are shitty and allows us to maneuver in a way to successfully overcome them if we want to, or have discussions on them. Every single country that has ever been made on the face of the planet of the earth has had drawbacks. Shitty things, because humans at our core are shitty people. But you can still look at that and go, okay, there's a lot of things that I think we need to work on, but I still think that this country's amazing, and I really want to work on these things, because I think if we can work on these things, this country can go from being amazing to even better. That's a future that I personally enjoy.
Dude, I agree. And honestly,
you guys need to stop doing this game where you're like, well, America at its core is the shittiest place ever. And then I'm like, so why are you running then? If you're running for, I would not want to run for a country that I hate.
Yeah.
If I was in China, I'd be like, I can't run in China.
But that's you
I
can't.
can't.
They won't let you.
Yeah.
No, but that's kind of interesting, isn't it? But I agree with you. And the thing is, what I think is deep down, a lot of these people, they don't hate America.
Yes,
Obviously.
I don't think they do.
They're
either.
running because they care about it.
Yes,
and they want
they do care about it.
The issue is, and again, she kind of softened the blow. She didn't retract it, which I kind of wish she did, but she did soften it. It's because this was 2020.
Yeah.
They were saying whack shit because
Absolutely.
and I get it, because people were upset and it was a popular thing to say, but it's like, hey, can you maybe just adjust the stance a little bit?
Yeah.
You don't hate America.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems with it, but you're running and you clearly, you
hate
want it.
turkey.
Yeah, you hate Thanksgiving, but you love ramen. And where'd that come from?
You're not a big guy. You're not a big turkey fan. To be honest, hey, what's her name?
Francesca Hong.
Francesca? I don't really like Thanksgiving turkey that much either. Okay?
Yeah.
We did prime rib one time in my family for Thanksgiving, and I was like, holy shit. It's like, why the fuck am I eating this dry ass bird?
Yeah. How about,
It's not that good.
Hey, Francesca, let's celebrate Thanksgiving and you bring the food.
Absolutely.
And I'll end on this last thing, just on a point of colonialism.
And then I'll end on a last
And then you'll
thing
end on the
after
last thing. I think it's sometimes someone can come into your home and cause a bunch of problems, but you still love them.
And maybe you still get a positive outcome in the grand scheme of the universe continuing to evolve out of it.
Yeah, it's like
There's plenty of really, 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 really shitty things that have happened in the past that somehow have been worked through.
Yeah, it's like Cole coming to stay with us.
Exactly.
He came in. He kind of abused us.
Yes.
He caused a lot of problems. He kind of besmirched our home.
And here's my problem with some social programs that they support is on paper, I think they're amazing. But then I get my check for the week and I don't make a lot of money. I make minimum wage. And I see, I'm taxed this much, and then these programs, they're just bureaucracies. So we've all been to the DMV and seen how shitty the DMV is run. That's a bureaucracy. That's what happens at that state level is people get bored and they're not being paid enough. And then that money ends up being taken by somebody who's higher up. And he's like, I don't want to pay people. Every single time we look at things in human history, there's some idiot at the top who's just sucking all the money out because he's a selfish prick, because a lot of us are selfish.
Yeah.
Standardizing things and making them run by the government in some cases does not work. I agree with all of you DSA people on a lot of things, but some things, and I'll have to get back to you on which I don't.
But
because I'm also a fucking idiot.
Thanksgiving's cool.
Thanksgiving's sweet,
and I like it.
I do too.
All right,
that's the pod.
I love how I got more fired up than you did. I really thought I was gonna like.
No, you did. About what I was saying about I don't even remember. I'll have to watch it back. All right, go folks. That's been the Losers Pod. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, I've been your host, Bo Bigelow. We're gonna have another Chuckle Fest event sometime in October, and Connor's gonna be on it again.
Yeah,
because we just can't get enough of them. And other than that, I should be at the Stress Factory with Jeff Dye this weekend in Bridgeport for 5 shows. So check that out. Or that'll be the 13th to the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And
and if you're in LA, I'm gonna be there this week. This Saturday, so when this episode comes out, this coming Saturday, Meatball Rollout is happening. Great backyard show in LA. We have an awesome lineup. I'm going to be on it. A bunch of other funny people are on it. So we'll put the ticket link for that in the show notes. Thanks for listening, you guys. See ya.
See you, folks.